All right, guys, I'm going to sit and then we're going to talk. I actually want this to be very interactive because I find that first and foremost, shout out to Lio and the team at With Splice. This was such a beautiful event. Side note, Lio sponsored my first event last year. And I was like, there is no way I would not be here. No matter what's happening, I have to be here. Okay. Marketing and branding for your beauty business. Okay, I'm going to run quickly into case study. Background, my name is Psamuel Josephs. I'm a medical esthetician. I'm the founder of 25 Skin. I'm also the brainchild of one of Nigeria's leading chain of skincare facilities. I'm a cosmetic scientist by profession. I'm a teacher as well. I'm a beauty educator as well. Yeah, okay, so let's get to it. How many of us here are in the skincare space? So let's divide and conquer. How many of us are in the skincare space? Skincare space, put up your hand. Skincare space, put up your hand. Okay, hair care space, put up your hand. Hair care. Hair care, okay. Quite a good amount. Nails. My big aunties here. Shout out to you. Okay. When we think about branding, branding simply means what comes to people's mind when they think about your business. Branding is not your logo. Branding is not your color. Branding is not your website or your Instagram feed. Branding is the sum total of everything that comes to mind when someone mentions your business. I give example. If I mention Gucci, what comes to your mind? The first thing that comes to your mind is what? Luxury. If you see an orange, somebody already said MS, and I'm not even finished. Do you get it? Now, branding in this part of the world, I don't think we quite understand. I hear people say the beauty business is saturated. I don't think so. I don't even think the beauty business has even scratched half of the surface. Why is that? Because everybody is doing the exact same thing that everybody else is doing. So how can you stand out? You are the same as everybody else. If you're doing the same exact thing that every other person is doing, you are the same as everybody else. Branding has to do with everything that your business is about, from your logo, the colors, and those ones are the basics that you can hire somebody to do. But let's do a little bit of case study. Now, how many of you have never seen this brand before? I want to see those that have never seen it. You've never seen this. Can you guys take a look around the room? Who has never seen this product before? You've never seen it. Put up your hand. No, it's important for me. You've never seen it? You've never seen it? Okay, so one person out of like 200 of us. 2 people. Good. Number 3. Who is number 3? Now, if you score 3 over 200, did you fail or did you pass? You failed. So if somebody scores 197 over 200, did the person pass or did he fail? A pass. What is the special thing about the ordinary? Nothing else. Branding. Let me tell you, if you go to a proper dermatologist or a cosmetic scientist or somebody who understands what they are doing, they can never recommend the ordinary to you. Never. But literally everybody in the world knows or uses the ordinary. Why? Branding. I'm going to show you another example of another brand that is disrupting the beauty space. Can you guys guess what I want to call Topic House? Topic House. Insane branding. Insane. Every time I look at what they are doing, I'm like, bruh, have you guys seen their latest product? Do you know what their latest product is? Bar soap. Bar soap. In a time where everybody is using luxury body wash, fancy bar. But what did they do? One of my friends broke it down and posted it on her Insta story. What did they do? What did they do special? Brand. So from the start go, I always say this, you cannot go to the market. People always talk about marketing without branding first. You can't go to market without seeing that if you're going to launch a product today, the first thing to do is to create buyers for your product. Don't go to market with a product you don't have buyers for. Now, I run a skincare brand. It's called 25 Skin. We have 2 products, actually 3 products. Our flagship product, we've sold about, last check, we've sold 23,000 pieces. And our brand is 1 year old. We turned the year on the 17th of August, which was my birthday, incidentally. And we launched a second product on that day, and we sold 5,000 products in 24 hours. 5,000. But it's not a thing to clap about, actually. However, what am I driving home? You can sell a product you only sell when there are people to buy it. Before you structure or build your beauty business, you must first create people to patronize you. It's too important. Now, I'm also going to give you guys a little example before we do a little bit of talking, right? For the last 7 years, I was running the aesthetic clinic. Some of you know that. When I left, I didn't just run in to go and start another clinic. That would be very stupid of me. Right? I mean, that's what makes logical sense. But brand-wise, it does not tally. Why does it not tally? You need to create a solution to an existing problem, not create a problem that you are solving. Because what most businesses in Nigeria do is they're just solving imaginary problems. This is why we have beauty businesses springing up every day. You see that your friend is running a hair salon and you're like, oh, what does she think? I can do it. Why are you opening a hair salon? What are you solving? What's the problem you're solving? A few years ago, I was at my friend's place. She does microblading and things like that. And then she expanded and started doing manicure. And so she invited pedicure. I was telling you the story. I remember I told her the story. And she invited me and another friend who was pregnant at the time to the lunch. So me being a medic, I'm fundamentally a medical assistant. So me being there, and I don't just let anybody do anything on me. But the pregnant woman wanted to indulge, okay? So she sits down, puts her leg inside the pedicure thing, and we're gisting. And I'm not really looking, but they are doing the pedicure, and the baby's wincing. She's like, ah. So I turn, and I can see that she's actively and profusely bleeding. The pedicurist, on the other hand, was just, trying to wash it with water and blah, blah. So, I didn't quite think too much about it. Like, okay, this should stop, something like that. And then I turn again, and I noticed that the pedicurist have cut himself, was bleeding. The person, my friend who is pregnant at the time, getting pedicured or was bleeding, and there was just this blood covenant situation. I'm like, what in the name of ritualism is this pedicure? Stop! What is the problem? Do you know, right there, a business is born. A business is born when you find a problem. So for everybody here that is in the beauty space, go back home, sit down, and ask yourself, what is the problem that my business is solving? Let me tell you, if you cannot find a problem you are solving, go and find somebody that is solving a problem and join them. You will thrive more. Oh no, but that's the truth. You will thrive. If you look at the ordinary, now, I can't talk too much about this because I have NDAs and stuff, but I've worked for a good amount of your global brands. I've worked in marketing, I've worked in formulation, I've worked in strategy, I've worked in branding. In fact, my first product that I launched last year was a colossal disaster. We had a bad batch, we had late delivery, we had everything that can happen bad happened. But you know what? Because I've already had some foundational knowledge of how these things happen, we're able to manage it. Now, let's go to the very beginning before we switch to marketing. Let's go to introduction to branding. Guys, I can't really see what is it. So let me wear my glasses. I'm not that old though. Don't mind I'm wearing glasses. Okay. Cambridge Dictionary defines branding as the act of giving a company. Pay attention, guys. Sorry, I said that a lot. I'm a teacher. Giving a company a particular design or symbol in order to advertise its products and services. This is what people still think branding is about. Branding is not about this. Even though this is what Cambridge will tell you, this is what, when you hire all those PR agencies, they will give you the same exact thing they give everybody else. But that's not what branding is about. Can you guys see the writing in orange? Can you see it? Sorry, I will just read it out. Just 1 second. What we know about branding has changed a lot. I'm hoping I'm able to break it down as simple as possible. Branding is the perpetual process of identifying. Everybody say identifying. Creating and managing the cumulative assets and actions that shape the perception of a brand in the stakeholder's mind. Again, sit down and ask yourself, when people think of my brand, what comes to mind? What comes to mind? Guys, your branding should show in every aspect of your business. It starts from personal. Some people are still asking, oh, should I put myself out there? Should I not? Guys, in this time and age, you are still asking that question. Branding starts from the person. So you can no longer be doing ghost branding. Ghost branding cannot survive in this era. Gone are the days of ghost branding. Guys, even Beyonce had to show us her hair in order to sell her hair. And how many of you have bought it? You've bought it. 1 out of 200. Is Beyonce failing or succeeding here? She's failing here. Guys, branding and marketing is statistics. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game, guys. So what do we do what are the different things we check when we are doing branding? Guys, pay attention. First thing is your logo. Develop the brand voice. Now, when the last speaker was talking about story, that's what developing the brand voice means. When somebody reads something from your brand, take for instance, I give an example. when I still used to be an esthetician, there's a way I used to write my routine. If I write a skincare routine for you, and you take it to London, someone I've treated in London, if they pick up that routine, they will know it's me that wrote it. Why? Because there's consistency in the way I write my routine. There's consistency in the way I sign it. There's consistency in the way I arrange it. AM, PM, PM1, PM. Everybody just knows. Routine starts with this and ends with. So it's like consistent. This is what branding is about. You want, because remember, guys, you are one person. You can only be in one place at the same time. Every outlet of your brand must look like you, talk like you, act like you, must be you, and you must embody the business. That is branding. Guys, I'll give you another example. We all know Rihanna. Who doesn't know Rihanna here? When was the last time she dropped a song? What did we know her as? Did we know her as entrepreneur? No. But she's struggling in the skincare space with us. Now we can't even sell products in peace because Rihanna is dropping products every 2 days. No jokes. And she does not even have time to... That babe is not singing anything anytime soon. Why? She has capitalized on the power of branding. That's why her brand is selling. Not because it's anything unique or it's anything special. But you can tell that this looks like Rihanna. This looks like what she would use. So ideally, the people that like Rihanna would easily pivot to the products with her. Beyonce is selling us whiskey, or is it gin? Or what is it doesn't even look like something she would drink. I'm not joking. So it's very important that you understand this. Now, I'm going to quickly pivot to marketing. I think we've laid a good foundation on branding. So guys, remove branding. For example, there are people that have been bald, and it's their brand. It's not because they can't grow hair. Do you get? There are people that their brand is fancy, classy weaves and wigs. It's their branding. That's what they are known for. Labaja is known for wearing... Meanwhile, I've forgotten about him until this Fireboys album. But do you guys get what branding is about? Branding is in the little things that somebody can say, oh, this person... From even down to how your packages smell. It is all branded. One of my friends owns a chain of businesses. If you enter a business she owns, you will know. How many of you have been to the Smiths? The Smiths. If you've not been to the Smiths, you are not in Lagos. How many of you have been to the Smiths? How many of you have been to Cafeteria? How many of you have been to Maple? The same, you can see the consistency in the brand. The excellence in the brand is consistent. Okay. Types of marketing. Now, why is it important to brand yourself well? Why is branding so important? Branding is so important because it makes marketing easier. The reason when somebody tell me when somebody says, "Oh, I'm struggling with marketing, I'm struggling with getting clients," do you know the reason? Bad branding. Your branding is the same as 10 other people out there. There's no difference. When I started my career 7 years ago as an esthetician, I wanted to be known with before and afters. So I didn't really used to put my face on Instagram, but before and afters. I would treat people for free just to get before and afters. If I see 20 appointments, 7 of them are free. Why? I need those before and afters. And when I built my team, we used to call them procedure team, I embedded them in their head that the most important thing for us is to get our before and afters. That was the most important thing is not how fast you do a procedure. It's not how fast you do, but to get my before because that's what we wanted to be known for. So you also have to ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? The Ordinary is known for simplifying skincare. Do you know that these guys, skincare people hate them so much, I inclusive, I don't like them. They changed the skincare game. The reason why you know niacinamide is The Ordinary. That's the reason why you know niacinamide though. In fact, at that time, when people come into the clinic, they say, "Oh, Samuel, I can't use niacinamide. It breaks me out." It's not niacinamide. Shut up. You don't know. It's these people's fault. It's their fault. They simplified skincare to the T. Before now, one product will have 10 ingredients. But when they came, they said, no, those 10 ingredients, let's make them one. And let's do what? Let's cut the price. They were selling for $10. Now, mind you, the same company that owns The Ordinary owns another brand. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that? It's called Niod. It's called NIOD. Niod costs 10 times more than what this costs. So The Ordinary can have hyaluronic acid, hydraulic acid, as it's popularly called, and Niod will have the same hyaluronic acid, and one will be $10, one will be $70. Do you know that price point is a branding strategy? It's not just a marketing strategy, but also a branding strategy. Why? When you price your product at the base, the poorest of the poorest will buy it, the middle class will buy it, and the rich will. And the rich will also, if no matter how rich you are, you can afford $10 to buy a product, you would want to, as opposed to $1,000. So these guys were able to go viral. And let me tell you what it did for them. I'm going to tell you what it did for them in the marketing perspective, and then we'll switch over to talk about marketing again. What it did for them is the fact that another brand is selling vitamin C for $100 and we are selling it for $10. And we come to you and tell you, vitamin C brightens, is antioxidants. We teach you about vitamin C, tell you all you need to know about vitamin C, and give you a cheap vitamin C. Even if that product does not do anything for you, guys, even if the product does nothing for you, the fact that it is a cheap product is cheaper than what is out there, and we've taken our time to educate you psychologically. We call it a placebo effect. Psychologically, that product is working. No, but that's the truth. Guys, in the beauty industry, there's something, we do psychological marketing. No? You don't know? Why do you think collagen supplements are selling everywhere? It won't do anything for your skin, by the way. But it is selling because we all know that collagen is anti-aging. So the fact that we're giving you collagen in your mind already, it is working. It's not doing anything. Okay, let's switch to marketing. Please pen down your questions because I'm literally done. So that once I talk this, we'll just talk questions and we can drink cocktails and go home. Okay, types of marketing. What types of marketing? Oh, we still have another panel. Okay, sorry. What type of marketing do we know about? What marketing forms do we know about? You can put up your hand and tell me. Other than what you see here, I hope you guys know that social media is the weakest form of marketing. And it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. I hope you know that. True. Auntie Kemi, how are you now? Social media is getting weaker. And you guys don't think so? You don't think so? You don't think so? Social media is meant to be a backup to a solid marketing strategy. Pay attention. Social media is meant to be a backup. It's so It's heartbreaking when you see businesses that have the potential of doing so well, banking all their marketing plans on just social media. I ask some people, what's your marketing plan? Social media. Guys, social media is one of the weakest forms of marketing. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why people will find you on social media and come to you on social media is because maybe you've done a trend, or you put out a very great campaign, or you put out a very great post. Trust me, tomorrow somebody will put a better one. Or you just opened your spot and it's so aesthetically pleasing. You know, the vibes is immaculate. Tomorrow, somebody richer than you will hire the best interior design people and use it. That's what happens to Lagos restaurants now. A restaurant opens today, people will flood there. You won't see place to put your leg. There's one very close to my house, Stories. Like, that's my favorite place to go to. Every time they renovate like this, crowd, plenty. But after 2 months, 3 months, we'll have the place to ourselves again, and I'll be happy. But that's because, it's bad for the business, but it's good for me because I like staying there. That's because these things are trendy, and this is why, if you want to build a sustainable brand, guys, I'm sorry I'm saying things opposing to what most people will say. Don't follow trends. Do not build your business around trends. Guys, the only businesses that will thrive and last are businesses that are solving an actual problem. You must solve a problem for you to remain in business. The day you stop solving a problem, you go out of business. I have clients that have been seeing me for 7 years. In fact, let me tell you guys the shocking thing. When I first started my business, I used to share flyers at Ebano. I shared flyers at Ebano. 2 people that I gave flyers to are still my clients till tomorrow. They didn't see me on Instagram. They didn't see. Forget all we do. Instagram right now is really like a portfolio. It's like a website. All right? Okay. Types of marketing. We have content marketing. Guys, what is content? Content is so confused now. What is content? What's content? Guys, I love teaching. If you're not talking back to me, I feel bored. What's content? Yes. Yeah, we're done. Okay. What's content? Okay. Look at this bottle of water. Look at this bottle. What's the content? Good. Content on its own is really nothing. But any substance can become content. Anything can become a content. Anything. So don't think content is when you are sitting on Instagram and talking. Anything. You drinking this water can be content. Have you seen some of the most brilliant campaigns by Marc Jacobs? Guys, I love reading marketing journals and marketing things a lot. When you see some of the brilliant campaigns that go viral or that go crazy, it's always very mundane things, like Nara Smith making a tote bag, crazy things like that. Anything can be content, to be very honest. All right. Influencer marketing. I also want to talk about one more type of marketing and then I'll go. Influencer marketing. I think this is the most explored form of marketing in Nigeria. But the problem is that we do it so badly. Or maybe not so badly. Very few people do it badly. I was saying this in one of my workshops last year, that you find certain businesses going to pay social media figures to become ambassadors. Now, this may work for some forms of businesses, but for beauty businesses, it's really very tricky. Now, if you must do influencer marketing, it is very important to understand that it needs to be a lifestyle, a culture. Guys, we are moving towards culture marketing. So you want to actually find influencers or work with influencers that fit the culture, that are culture fit to your branding. Don't go and give 20 million naira to a Big Brother fan, Big Brother person, and shake hand with them and sign something, and they will post. They are winning, you are not. They are winning, you are not, because for them is how many brands can we shake hand with and sign contracts with. That's what they care about. They don't care whether you're doing anything. What's your business? Okay, let's take questions. Do you have questions for me? Questions for me? Questions for me? Branding or marketing? Okay, I'll take your question.
Okay. Oh, I was coming with the microphone.
So regarding the influencer marketing, what, for example, the Big Brother idea that you gave, what sort of business could it potentially work for? Because they do have floods of people. So I'm sure it can work for some and may not work for all. I don't know.
Thank you. What sort of businesses with the Big Brother? You guys know that the Big Brother platform is the easiest way to become a celebrity. Easiest way to become a celebrity in Nigeria. But what sort of businesses can it work for? It's going to work for businesses where you don't require the people to pay money. You just need the numbers. So take, for instance, let's say, for instance, I want to shoot a skit or I want to shoot a YouTube video. I want to put something out on YouTube and I want numbers on my YouTube. What do? Find people that already have numbers. Who do people want to watch? The Big Brother celebrities are celebrities because people want to watch them. People want to know, who are they shipping you with? Who did they fight? How many endorsements do you get? So that kind of business, or for such a campaign, they are brand fit. So I'm not even going to say don't work for. I've worked with Big Brother people even in my brand. In fact, they are just brand friends, right? So in campaigns where they are needed of such, we would put them there. But will I give somebody 20 million and shake hand with you as ambassador? Doesn't make business sense for me.
Okay. All right.
Okay, one more thing before I go, guys. Remember, branding is everything that you want people to think about your business. If you want people to think that your business is a business for poor people, you can use polythene bag as your, right? But if you want people to think that this business, they're really paying attention to detail, you can use a bag as fine as this to do your carrier bags. Thank you guys so much.